Good evening, you're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. More than 5 billion Omani riyals are the size of investments in the industrial estates at various governorates of the Sultanate. Ministry of Housing continues to complete projects of housing units for Batna Coastal Road and awards to build 153 units. Muscat Municipality stops the work completely at Bosher Central Slaughterhouse as from tomorrow, Friday, and transfers all its works to Slaughterhouse in South Ma'bela. Those are the headlines, and now for the news in details. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of greetings to Her Excellency Theresa May, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, on assuming the position of Prime Minister. More than 5 billion Omani riyals, the size of investments in the industrial estate at various governorates of the Sultanate. That was emphasized by Hilal bin Hamad Al-Ahsani, Executive President of Public Authority for Industrial Estates, in a statement to the Sultanate of Oman Radio and Television. He mentioned that foreign contribution amounted to 49% of the total investment. The investments are in Sahar, Rusail and Semail, which is considered one of the promising estates, as more than 200 projects were set up. During the past 3 years, investments worth 40 million Omani riyals were made towards providing infrastructure, and work will be concluded by the end of 2017. The Executive President of the Public Authority for Industrial Estates also mentioned that there is an approach to replan Sur industrial area. There is a plan to hold a seminar on investment opportunities in the area before the end of 2016. The authority has promising investment opportunities there, such as establishing a multi-purpose port to help to attract additional projects, diversifying type of projects and activities needed there. Within the 9th five-year plan, 2016-2020, the authority is trying its best to enhance investments and to develop some projects in industrial areas. There is 4 million square meters of industrial estates in Shinas and another area in Thamreit in the governorate of Dhofar, as well as an expansion to be conducted at Raisut Industrial Estate over an area of 1 million square meters. The Internal Tender Committee of the Ministry of Housing awarded a number of tenders to complete projects of construction of 1,200 housing units, along with internal roads and lighting for the project of Batna Coastal Road, at a total cost of more than 4.5 million Omani riyals. Recently, the committee awarded projects of constructing 153 housing units in the wilaya of Sahar and Sur, completing works for construction of 60 residential units in site number 3 in the wilaya of Sahar, another tender of constructing 93 residential units in the site number 4B in the wilaya of Suwaiq, open envelopes of the tender related to completing construction of 50 residential units in the site number 5 in the wilaya of Shinas. Tenders related to completing works of 100 housing units in site number 2 in the wilaya of Khabora, and other related projects in the wilaya of Saham. Uh, 1,875 beneficiary families benefited from Housing Assistance Program during 2015 until March this year. Assistance amounted to 46 million Omani riyals, which were divided to more than 713 cases. The Ministry of Housing provides assistance to 3 programs consisting of Housing Units Program, Assistant Loan Program, and a Housing Loans. The Ministry has already finished the project of constructing 106 residential units with their public utilities and about to finish construction of 66 housing units in various wilayas of the governorates of the Sultanate. Muscat Municipality decided to stop work completely at Central Slaughterhouse in Bosher as from tomorrow, Friday, with the aim to conduct more maintenance and requalifying. Services rendered to the citizens and residents of the governorate of Muscat will be transferred to the temporary slaughterhouse in South Ma'bela in the wilaya of Sib until the completion of the new slaughterhouse project in the wilaya of Sib, which will be operated gradually on stages. Muscat Municipality mentioned that it's looking forward to complete maintenance at the Central Slaughterhouse before Eid al-Adha days. Still to come in our news bulletin. Salalah Tourism Festival starts tomorrow in the governorate of Dhofar.
هنا الرائحة العالقة بالذاكرة تأخذنا دهشة مختلفة لتبهرنا بجمالها الآسر، حيث ملتقى الأسرة. امنح نفسك شغف التجربة، فهنا حكاية الجمال لا تنتهي. مهرجان صلالة السياحي 2016 من 15 من يوليو إلى 31 من أغسطس. عمان، المحبة والوئام.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. The Higher Judiciary Institute discussed in its second meeting this year the introduction of 4 master programs in jurisprudence and its foundations: the general law, the private law, and the commercial law. The meeting also reviewed the new regulations for postgraduate studies and discussed the proposal to accept the admission of students from outside the judiciary bodies. The meeting was chaired by His Excellency Sheikh Abdul Malik bin Abdullah Al-Khalili, Minister of Justice and Chairman of the Board of Directors of the Institute. The Salalah Tourism Festival will start tomorrow, and it's expected that the number of visitors in the Governorate of Dhofar will increase this year. During July and August, the Governorate is distinguished by a nice atmosphere and low temperatures, which makes it a touristic destination for visitors from inside and outside the Sultanate. All preparations are made to receive the visitors of Kharif season, as there are many locations for entertainment and other activities, especially for children. Police commands at the Governorate of Dhofar prepare to receive the huge number of tourists going to the Governorate from inside and outside the Sultanate to enjoy the Salalah Kharif festival. The preparations of the police commands will provide safety and security for festival visitors, as well as traffic arrangements and various services, and will also include security points in Edem, Thamreit, to provide security and safety for motorists and passengers, as well as to intervene if it is needed, such as in the case of any accidents. The number of expatriates manpower in the Sultanate at the end of April exceeded 1.5 million, as to reach 1,763,710 workers. This was revealed by the National Center for Statistics and Information. Governorate of Muscat came first in terms of the number of expatriates, with around 800,000, followed by the Governorate of North Batna with more than 225,000 expatriates, and the Governorate of Dhofar came third with around 197,000 male and female expatriates. The least number of expatriates was in the Governorate of Wusta with around 19,000 people. The statistics also showed the most of the Sultanate's governorates witnessed noticeable rises in the number of expatriate manpower, while the number decreased in the Governorate of Musandam by 0.01% with 14,646 expatriates. Oman oil price September delivery reached $43.35. The Dubai Mercantile Exchange statement today said that the price of Oman oil declined 98 cents from the price of yesterday, Wednesday, which was $44.33. The average price of Oman oil July delivery 2016 has stabilized at $44.33, thus $4.93 per barrel higher than June delivery 2016. Youth Enterprise Development Fund Sharaka announced that it has given financial support to 9 enterprises since the start of this year, worth more than 438,000 Omani riyals. The fund said that it intends to give further financial support to 12 projects with investments of around 780,000 riyals, and it pointed out that the economic recession has not affected the increase of small and medium enterprises activities, as there is an increased number of support applications. Covering the Oman Riders Silk Road trip will shed some light today on the end of their trip as they reach China. When the team reached the western part of China, they discovered that the borders were closed for 4 days due to heavy snowfall. The team were forced to spend the 4 days in a village under extreme cold weather conditions. On the 5th day, the Oman Riders team was able to cross the border and achieve their dream of reaching China. They passed through Kashgar city, which is part of the Silk Road, and then the capital Beijing, and finally the end of the trip at Canton port. And now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Cloudy skies will prevail over the coastal areas of the Governorate of Dhofar and its nearby mountains, with chances of intermittent drizzle and fog. The rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies with chances of cloud accumulation and scattered rain over the Hajar Mountains. Winds will be northeasterly light to moderate over the coast of the Sea of Oman, while on the coastal areas of the Arabian Sea it will be southwesterly moderate to active. Seas will be rough along the coastal areas of the Arabian Sea with a maximum wave height of 5 meters, and slight to moderate along the coast of the Sea of Oman with a maximum wave height of 1.5 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. More than 5 billion Omani riyals are the size of investments in the industrial estates at various governorates of the Sultanate. Ministry of Housing continues to complete projects of housing units for Batna Coastal Road and awards to build 153 units. Muscat Municipality stops the work completely at Bosher Central Slaughterhouse as from tomorrow, Friday, and transfers all its works to the slaughterhouse in South Mabeda. With that, we come to an end to tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, good night.